My mother was admitted to a prominent healthcare institution in the greater Boston area because she was having trouble breathing. My mother died due to the consequences of a preventable hospital-acquired infection. I'm sharing my story with you to honor my mother and to ensure that no family has to experience what we went through. At the hospital, a biopsy was performed and the results determined that the underlying cause of her difficulty breathing was a rare form of cancer called mesothelioma in the tissues surrounding her lungs. During the course of her stay at the hospital, she became infected with Clostridium difficile, a condition she did not have and symptoms of which she did not suffer prior to her admission into the hospital. Despite being treated with antibiotics, the infection persisted for many weeks after her hospital discharge, causing her severe pain and diarrhea. The visiting nurses and my mother's post-care physicians failed to relieve her of this infection. My mother said hospital personnel had discouraged her from seeking treatment for her cancer, and she was led to believe that her situation was hopeless. She also told me that she was never informed about how she could seek other medical advice, such as a second opinion regarding the treatment options for her condition. Infection prevented her from receiving any form of chemotherapy. The medication that would be administered to control the cancer would interfere with the treatments she was receiving for the infection. My mother was placed in an impossible situation. In order to control the life-threatening infection, she had to abandon the possibility of treatment for the equally life-threatening cancer. After 2 months of treatment, my mother was told that she was cured of the infection. However, 1 week later, my mother once again began to suffer from severe diarrhea. She was readmitted to the emergency room, where it was determined that the infection had reappeared. The hospital personnel informed me that the cancer would kill my mother because the amount of time required to treat the hospital-acquired infection would exceed the amount of time required to treat the cancer. After 5 days of discussion with the hospital personnel, I transferred my mother to another hospital. Neither my mother nor I were informed of our rights to request the hospital transfer. To obtain this information, I had to seek the independent advice of an outside nurse and physician. The physicians at the other hospital felt that it was too dangerous to start any therapy for my mother's cancer. It was left untreated and continued to spread throughout her body and into her lungs. My mother was never able to receive any treatment for her cancer because of the infection that she contracted. My mother died shortly after without the option of chemotherapy. My mother's death motivated me to take an active role in advocating for the rights of patients and their families. I testified in support of a bill aimed at improving reporting of hospital-acquired infections to patients and their families. I believe that legislation enabling patients and their family members to access and compare information about hospital-acquired infection rates would assist them in making informed choices. Through this legislation, I hope that patients are made more aware of their rights, such as a second opinion and the option of transferring hospitals.